This is Egypt's #1 for hit music, 104.2 NILE FM. Now, NILE FM's Aware with Adham.
And welcome to the show. Today with me, a very, very special guest. I don't really know how to describe him, so I guess we'll have to find out. But we're going to be speaking with Galal about cycling in Egypt in a matter of minutes.
Egypt's #1 for hit music, 104.2 NILE FM, Cairo. NILE FM's Aware.
So tell me, what exactly do you do with bicycles? Because there's this whole thing that you do with bicycles, or cycling, should I say. How did it start? What is it? Tell us all about it, man.
Yeah, to begin with, I just want to say that I use the bicycle as a mean of traveling. It's not just as a sport. It's a mean of traveling. I like to travel within the country's boundaries with my bicycle, and it all started when I was young. When I was 15, I went to cycle with my school to Ismailia for 100 kilometers. We did it in...
Was that like a form of a punishment because you skipped class, or was it like an exercise?
Yeah, our camps were a bit tough for us, and but it was good, so we can believe that there is nothing impossible, and we just can break all the walls that are in front of us.
Well, that's a beautiful sight. I mean, I've heard of schools school teachers hitting school students with like a ruler on their palms, but never sending them on 100-kilometer bike rides.
Yeah, it started like that, and then when I just finished the camp, I just realized that I can use the bicycle as a mean of traveling, but I was limited in my thoughts that I won't be able to do such a trip for to travel all around Egypt. I won't be able to cycle to Nuweiba, for example. I'm just limited in my 100 kilometers, and I can't do more than 100 kilometers.
You said that your school had a camp. You went on cycling to Ismailia, it was, for 100 kilometers, and then you started thinking, why can't I use my bike to break that boundary and go even further? How much further did you go?
I did so far, and I went to... I don't want to skip this part of breaking the impossible. I just want to talk about how my first step was. My first step was to do the 400 kilometers of Nuweiba, and I was just 18 years old. It was quite impossible for me at the beginning.
And your parents didn't shoot you?
They did.
Okay, because my parents would have. I know that for sure.
Yeah, they did. But I was just feeling that I will be on my own in this wild space, and I can just break free from all the rules and just be with myself and the bicycle and the road and the sky and the sand. It was just amazing, and I was keeping on going to break this 100 kilometers per day, and I did it the day after it. I did another 100 kilometers and again 100 kilometers. So in the
400
total,
kilometers in 4 days.
Yes.
That's
no.
impressive.
400 kilometers in 3 days.
Wow, that's even more impressive. And when you arrived there, was it like now let's relax and I'm never going back, or did you take the bus back, or how did it go?
No, I stayed in Nuweiba for 5 days after this trip, just chilling and writing some diaries and mentioning how the road was awesome and how the Egyptians were helping me and supporting me all the way.
And did you come back using your bike also?
No. I wish I could do that.
What's next, and more importantly, what's driving you to continue this, and what's your motivation?
My motivation, wow. My motivation is, to begin with the motivation, it's... I just wanted to break my own impossible in the beginning, and I found myself using the bicycle to break my walls and to just prove to myself that I can do these tough things. Then I started to dream of touring around Egypt, and in the beginning it was 6,000 kilometers. For me it was like I would go completely insane if I just think about such a thing. But I then started to tell myself that I can do it by taking a step forward and maybe cycling around Wahat. It was for a 1,600 kilometers, and also it was really impossible for me. It wasn't that easy to just think that I can do 1,600 kilometers on my bicycle, and I was 19 years old. I just started to plan and keep on going with my plans and searching for sponsors, and gladly I did it. I found the support, and
You actually did the 1,600 kilometers.
Yes, I did the
Dear
1,600.
God. Wow, man, this is very, very, very amazing. And I think that the key thing to be taking away from here is Galal, Zikri, Shatila pretty much elaborating and demonstrating live example that impossible is absolutely nothing. Whatever you think is impossible, it's actually not. Impossible is just a frame of mind. Now, my question now, Galal, 1,600 kilometers is quite an impressive number, but something tells me that you're crazy enough to push the envelope even further. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
So what's next? So what's the next stage?
The next stage, I'm planning to tour all around Egypt and cover every inch of our beloved country. It should be 8,000 kilometers by bicycle and much more. So
How many years is that going to take you exactly?
just 150 days.
150 days
Yeah,
to
5
cover
months.
8,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
That's including, like, toilet breaks and stuff like that, or not.
Yeah, it is, of course.
So you're gonna actually just hop around in your bike, visit the temples, spend some time with the locals,
Yeah.
actually travel. It's not just like, you're on a mission to get from point A to point B, but you're enjoying the road as well, and all of that can be done in less than 5 months.
Yeah, that's it.
That's amazing. What are you hoping to accomplish by that, though? I mean, what's the message that you're trying to put across?
To begin with, I want to say that Egypt is a very, very, very safe country. It's not the police that is making us feeling safe. It's the people themselves that are making me feel safe in my trips. They are very helpful, very supportive. They're very kind. And on another note, I want to show how our country is very beautiful. I want to show the unseen heavens of Egypt, and to motivate people to go out of their comfort zones and just interact with the nature, go into the wild and discover themselves.
In case you're wondering what that is, that's me giving him a round of applause, honestly, because he deserves it. This is really, really inspiring stuff.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know how to, continue if I were you either, because this is. I mean, how old are you, man?
Now 20.
Now, and you've accomplished this much, and you're planning to accomplish that much at such a young age.
Hopefully.
How does it feel to be like? Do people get to recognize you on the street or anything when you're on your bike or something?
No, not yet.
Not yet? You're hoping.
Yeah,
though.
my friends, yes, but not all people, of course.
Well, soon enough they should,
No,
because this is
wow.
really, really amazing, man. Hats off to you. Galal, Zikri, Shatila, a bicyclist or a cyclist, I don't really know exactly what that
A traveler, I think.
A traveler?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. A traveler that decided to take his bicycle and push the envelope, break the impossible one bit at a time, and now he's aiming for a very impressive goal, a whopping 8,000 kilometer bike ride all over Egypt to prove that it's safe, and as well to inspire people to get outside of their comfort zone, go travel, be one with nature, explore a little bit, and for God's sake, understand that impossible is just a frame of mind. Galal, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. We really, really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Any final words, any final messages that you want to bring across? I mean, anything that you want to say or live across Cairo?
Yes, nothing is impossible, and just go interact with the wild and have fun. Nothing is impossible, that's it.
Eloquence in its brevity. Thank you very much, Galal, Zikri, Shatila. That's it from us, though. We'll be back next week, same time, on Friday at 5 p.m. with another edition of NileFM's AWARE. And as I always say, if you're one of these individuals doing something inspiring, doing something that is worthwhile, trying to give back to the community in any way, shape, or form, do get in touch. Send me a quick email. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing at aware@NileRadioProductions.net. One more time, that's aware@NileRadioProductions.net. And I'd love to have you right here on the show and shed some light on the amazing work and the amazing initiatives that are being done to give back to the community. That's it from us. We'll be back next week with another edition of NileFM's AWARE. Until then, have a great weekend.